when you look at essentially the rich in North Korea, you've got two categories. One category is those who are rich because they were in the core class, they had the opportunity, they took it. I'm told that many of the elites during this famine in the 1995 to 98 timeframe were very closely watching the hostile class. When they watched them, they were trying to see if there was going to be rebellion. They were afraid that the hostile class that was starving was just going to rebel against the government. What surprised them was kind of a total surprise, was that there were people from the hostile class who were actually not living all that badly. When they checked into those people, what they discovered was they were entrepreneurs. And so the hostile class scratched their head and said, how is this happening? Because we get everything from Kim Jong-il at the time, the father of the current leader of North Korea. How is it that these people are doing so well? They discovered that market system really works, but they had to pay bribes to the security services so they didn't get arrested. And the elites said, many of the elites said, whoa, we could do the same thing too. And Kim Jong-il doesn't usually give us everything we want. So if we became entrepreneurs, we could get the things we wanted to, we could pay for them. And we know the security services guys, we could pay them off. They're our friends. They're not likely to arrest us if we pay them. And so that's what they did. So you have lots of shops and restaurants, 3 million cell phones in North Korea. Most of the shops and restaurants in Pyongyang, where the elites are, because many of those elites are capitalists. They have just amassed great amounts of money. You also have some people who were in the wavering or the lower end of the core class who didn't have the natural access to money, but were just really good businessmen. And these people went out and simply made money. They became merchants. They did trade. They did other things. They made lots of money. And now they are also considered a major force, but they don't have the political clout that the people from the top part of the core class do. These two groups, with their considerable amounts of money, first of all, if you take it away from them, as happened in Iraq, the leadership basically had their money taken away from them. If you do that in North Korea, you shut down the businesses in North Korea, because these are the people who own the businesses. It may sound strange that they own it in a communist system, but the regime has discovered that if we try to shut these markets and other activities down, we destroy the economy. And they've tried many times, experimented with doing so. It's always failed. And so they've allowed these people to get rich. They keep the economy growing, not really fast, but growing. And if you take them down with a unification, you've got a major disaster. So you have to figure out a system to allow them to continue with their businesses, allow them to continue doing the kinds of activities that have made them wealthy, or you've got to bring in massive subsidies to bring others up into that position. But these are the people who are trained. These are the people who know how to market. So if you pull them out of their position, their resources that they have to do it, either they will go ahead and find other resources, probably criminal, probably join the black market and become a really nasty criminal element, or they just won't continue the economy, and you will be years of having a very poor country, much poorer than it is now, which is not in good shape.